All right, so as is with these quick licks, we don't get too far into the concepts and the details. We point out one or two, but if you guys, again, want more detailed information, hit me up for a Skype lesson in the description below. There's a link for that. Or if you want to know more theory and concepts of stuff, we have a bunch of lesson packages that are already out and a whole bunch that are coming out. Check those out, again, in the description below. So the concepts I'll go over here real quick are, at the very beginning of this, he does this arpeggio. Right, that little arpeggio happened in the last Charlie Parker lesson that we talked about too. Again, at the same exact time, when it's going over the F7 chord, he does. But in the last lesson, it was. Right, it just did a little different thing. Here we're doing. Now, what that arpeggio is over the F7, right? It's basically playing a major 7 arpeggio over a dominant 7 chord. So you're getting that major 7 over a dominant chord, which really has a minor 7, right? But it's okay, it goes by so quickly and it gives a nice little tension there. Right? It just works really well. So, you know, when you're playing a dominant 7, you can play a major sometimes, most of the times, depends on what it's going to and all that kind of stuff, but you can play that major 7 and give a little bit of tension instead of sticking truly to dominant arpeggio over a dominant chord. Mess around with, you know, those outside kind of notes to see what you can get tension-wise. Then after that, right there, you can hear it approaches a chord. Right there, it's approaching the G, and it lands on the 5th. Right? It starts a half step above. It's like doing, but it gives some chromatic movement into that chord. Right? Then what it does, it goes up that arpeggio that we talked about in the last lesson. Goes over a B flat major 7 arpeggio over the G minor, and check out the last lesson for some discussion on what's going on there and why that's useful. But this is really cool. He's playing that over a C7 chord, right? Which is the 5 chord, could be altered to the 1. And that arpeggio going down that is really, you can look at it as playing a minor arpeggio down a whole step from the dominant chord, the 5. And what that gives you is your flat 7, your flat 9, you get your, right, really nice tone. So you get your flat 7, your flat 9, your root, your minor 3rd, or again, over, I'm sorry, I'm looking at that as F. Right there would be your minor 6, right, over C. Or you can look at that as a sharp 5 because we're over an altered chord. So it would really be looked at as a sharp 5. So you get a flat 9, sharp 5, right? And then the flat 7. So the flat 7, flat 9, the 4th or the 11th, and then sharp 5, flat 7, and that's why you're getting kind of a suspended sound over that, because you're getting that 11th in there too. And then it goes back to the 1. So just experiment with that over an altered dominant chord or the 5 chord of a progression, you could play a minor arpeggio down a whole step, and you'll get some really cool sounds out of it. And again, it's not a lot of theory to think about. You know a minor arpeggio, most people do. Just shift it down a whole step from your dominant 7 chord, and you'll get some really cool sounds. So I hope you guys liked that lesson. If you did, please, again, like it, share this video. That really helps us out. And, you know, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below. All those comments help us know that you guys like this and want to see more. And we will talk to you in the next lesson. Thanks, guys.